Here we see a group of wild villagers roaming the Emerald Lands. What they do not know, they do not suspect, is that they have a traitor among them. Hey, what's going on, guys? This is Unlikely Waffle here, and welcome back to Command Line, a Minecraft command block tutorial. Today, as you can probably guess, we are going to be looking at a villager bomb. This is basically based off a weapon that is used in the popular, what's that called, Garry's mod game, Trouble and Terrorist Town, in which a baby doll roams around the area, or it's just picked up, and can be triggered by one of the traitors as a bomb and kills everyone in sight. This one is a little bit more destructive, in which it'll take out the ground, entities, and buildings. Pretty much anything around here. But now it is in Minecraft, so you can use it on any of your survival worlds that you want to. Provided, of course, you can actually have access to command blocks. This is actually the whole thing right here. It's not very big at all. It's really simple and easy to use. The actual setup for it is only 5 by 1 blocks, as you can see right here. But these are just some extra ones. Like this one gives us the actual villager spawner. The boomer egg gives us little boomer. I'm just going to... Okay, these guys are going to drive me up the wall. I have to kill them real quick. If I can type right. Why can I not type right? There we go. Much better. This one gives you the detonator. When you drop it, it will summon a TNT at your baby boomer. And this one that we will get around to in a little bit. As you saw in the intro, all you have to do is place this egg to summon baby boomer. Baby boomer, that's a lot of B's. I'm going to try my best to not mess that up anymore. And it's a remote trigger device, so anywhere it is in the world, it will not grow up. It'll take somewhere along the lines of like 3 years to grow up, real time, so yeah, it's probably not going to grow up. It's going to remain a baby. But when you want to detonate it, remotely or next to it, you can stand right next to it if you want to. Just drop your broken disc, your detonator, and baby boomer will blow up and kill everyone in sight. Now, before we get into how to build this and everything, what you first need to do is get yourself one of these puppies. This is a command block. What you need to do to get it is either click on an existing one with your scroll wheel, like so, or if you don't have one already, then you need to give yourself one using a command. You do that by typing give, press tab to enter your name, or someone else's name if you don't want to give it to yourself, and then you press COMM, and then you can press tab again, and that'll complete it into command block. Also, because this runs off a fill command, a fill clock, then what you'll want to do is turn off your command block outputs. So you do that by typing game rule. Press tab to show all the different commands are within that kind. Command block output is the first one, and then we type false. If it was true, then let me just turn this on so you can see why it would suck. Let's go get ourselves a redstone block, Yeah, it fills your window a little bit. So if you type hi, it goes away almost immediately. So we want to get rid of that completely. Alright, so the first step is to start off with a fill block clock. This is usually called a set block clock because it usually remains in this one tower. However, I need to expand it out 1 block, so I used it as a fill clock. This top block starts off as set block, obviously. This is to turn it off, to turn the clock off completely. So it sets the block 1 directly below it. With clay. I use clay. You can type whatever block you want as long as it's not redstone, and you're fine. have a damage value of 0 and replace. Otherwise, if it is destroy or another, or not even nothing at all, then it could potentially create a lot of sound, and that could be quite annoying. So I just hit replace, so that way it'll do it silently. The second one is the top part of the fill block clock. That's going to be really annoying to say, I'm sorry. It's going to fill the block right below it, and 1 towards positive Z, and filling that to the block right below it with redstone blocks, once again replacing it. This bottom one is the exact same as the last one, except that it uses clay, and it's filling it to the blocks above instead of below. So that way, when you place some kind of power in there, it can be redstone, it can be redstone block, it can be redstone torch, whatever you want. Then it will make it so you can't really destroy it. Well, actually, technically, it's destroying it like 20 times a second. It's really fast. It's awesome. And then to stop it, just place power this block right here, and it'll turn it off completely. So now you can just empty that out all day long. Like I said, you can use any type of power that you want. Redstone block is usually what I use, but you can use redstone torch and it'll work the same. Except that it doesn't remain on as long, so that's just easier to use, because it powers both the top and the bottom at the same time, whereas this powers only the top. Now, our next step, let me just turn this off real quick. That didn't work. I'm going to get rid of you real quick. Our next step is to make this baby set eject... Wow, I cannot talk today, I'm sorry. Is to add a dummy objective of baby. That is to make it so that when you spawn a villager using this spawn egg, then it'll immediately turn it into a purple baby named Boomer. But like I said, we need to set that objective initially, so we're going to type scoreboard, objectives, then you're going to add a dummy score named baby. You can name that whatever you want, but that was just easier for me. And it probably wouldn't get confused with any other objectives that I might use. I'm not going to copy that over because that's just already in there, and that's not really useful to copy over. But then, this top block over here is going to be messing around with that a little bit. It is going to take the scoreboard of baby, and it will set every entity that has the name of Boomer Egg to a score of 1. Let's copy that over into our new clock. There we go. And then once all the entities named baby are have a score of 1, we're going to use entity data to change them. We're going to make it so it has an age of -2 with 9 zeros after it. I'm not exactly sure how much time that really is, but that's 2 with 8 zeros after it. I think that's 200 million, I want to say. Yeah, 200 million seconds. So that's quite a long time, and it's probably not going to grow up. I wanted it to not grow up so that it would remain a baby and be called Baby Boomer, the baby bomb. That's a lot of bees, I'm really sorry. We're also going to add a custom name to it of Boomer, as you can tell right here. Then we're going to make that custom name visible, so when we mouse over it, let me just give you that example. Oh, that's right. That's because it's not on. Whoops. There we go. Now he's Boomer. So when we mouse over it, his name appears. We're good with that. We like that. It also makes it so that when you're far away, it just looks like any other baby priest. Let's just kill you real quick. Where's my sword? There it is. Come here real quick. Ha! Die. Alright. Now that that's over, turn this off real quick. Like I said, we're making that custom name visible, and we're giving it the profession of 2, which is priest or cleric, whatever you want to call it. Add that back in, and there we go. And then on the very end over here, we have a test for command. We're testing for any item This is the detonation system. Yeah, okay. Sorry, I'm sorry. My dog is messing around with something and I'm not entirely sure what it is. Sorry. Okay, so like I said, this is the beginning part of the detonation system. We're testing for any item that is on the ground. If it was just this and ended right here, then any item that could get destroyed in the world could set everything off. But like I said, this is going to be quite specific. So we're testing for any item that is on the ground. And we're making sure that that item that we're testing for is record 11, which is the broken record in Minecraft, as you can see right here. If you were to play it, it would be that weird, broken, scratchy sound and kind of disturbing sound. Then we're making sure that that item that is record 11 also has the name of detonator. So that way it can't really be confused with anything else. And it also, we're not testing for it, but it also has a enchantment on it of Smite 1. That's just to give it a little bit, that's just to kind of set it apart from other record 11s that might be named detonator. As many as there might be in your world. Don't know if there might be. And so, when this rings true, when it tests for and finds the item of record 11 with the name detonator on it, then this comparator will light up, sending a signal into this block, which essentially is being executed at Baby Boomer, which means that it's going to summon a TNT at that baby. Well, technically, it'll summon anything named Boomer, so watch out if you name something else Boomer. We're going to summon the TNT one block above its head with an enchantment of 17. That is invisibility. I was messing around with that and I'm not sure if it works or not. I'd rather not be able to see the TNT, but if we do, then it's not a huge deal. So you may or may not want to keep that. And then fuse of 0. That also does not seem to make a huge difference, so if you end it just right here, then you should be fine. But let's just copy that over as well, and I just realized I've forgotten to copy all of this. So we'll just add that in right here. Keep this one over here. And then we'll want to add this comparator. And then what this bottom block does is, because we don't want to see Baby Boomer actually die, if I didn't have this in here, you would actually see him just fly up in the air. That's not always fun. But we're going to teleport any entity named Boomer to I'm going to try that again. That is below all bedrock on the very bottom of the world. So if it's below that, it's going to die. I was going to try to teleport it to a level of 1, but because Baby Boomer doesn't die, and it doesn't despawn, and we had a little bit of a problem with the villagers getting stuck down in the bottom of the world. But that's our last command to make this work. And then the commands to give you the spawner egg and the detonator are as follows. You're going to give the closest player a spawn egg, a single spawn egg, of damage value 120, which is villager. Then we're going to give it a custom name of Boomer Egg, which will name any entity that we spawn with that, specifically the villagers. They will also be named Boomer Egg. Then we're going to give it an enchantment of 51 and level 1 on that, which is, as you can see, infinity. That's, once again, just to set it apart from any other Boomer Egg named villager eggs. And then our other one is your detonator that you're going to be given. That one is you're going to be given the closest player, record 11, that is the item name, a single one with damage value of 0, and then an enchantment of 17, level 1, which is Smite 1, and then a custom name of detonator. Wow, I cannot talk today, I'm sorry. And so that is going to give you your... That's strange. Didn't stack. Okay, these can't stack, that's why. I can't believe I forgot that. So, like I said, that will give you a detonator thing that's going to test for. Detonator thing. I'm specific today. But anyways, guys, that is it for this command setup. As you can see, it is now working. Let's just test it by spawning Boomer. And then throw away your detonator to kill him. And everything around him. It's really good for a trap if you're on a multiplayer server in which you have access to command blocks. And, of course, it is working. And so that is the video done, guys. I hope you enjoyed this command block setup. If you did, please feel free to leave a like and a comment below. And you can download this world at a link down in the description if you want to. If you want to check it out for yourself. So long, everyone.